on Udemy, or yeah, and you can see I finished all the sections. There's all of them, and I got my code up, made employee actions. It's pretty interesting using React Native Routerflex. The name was the hardest part about it. The scene tags are really interesting and pretty useful. I noticed a lot of things when I opened up the app with Expo that I kind of take for granted in other apps that weren't in mine, such as like when I was typing in my password, the first letter of the password was automatically capitalized, which isn't really helpful concerning passwords. When I clicked on the text box for inputting the email, a button for like in the keyboard didn't come up for like .com or the @ sign or anything, and that seems pretty standard now. Also, pressing return on the keyboard after typing in my username and password didn't submit the username and password, and that's super standard. I was kind of surprised that didn't work actually. Another thing I was surprised to see was that on the username and password form, my phone attempted to save the username and password for autofill, and I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, section 17 wasn't very difficult. Wasn't too hard to understand it. The only thing out of place was like the name of the library. I mean, Routerflex kind of doesn't really seem relevant to what it's for. And we used Firebase a lot. Created a database for it and a reference to current user and everything to get their ID. And that was a pretty interesting process. Dispatch was definitely interesting. I don't feel like he explained what dispatch does exactly well enough, but I think seeing it in the code, it makes a lot of sense. I would like to know more about Firebase as a whole, like what it can do and the ways it can be implemented. It feels really weird just like adding it and only understanding it at a base level, especially with data storage. I understand the database functionality and everything, but I'd like to know more of what I can do with it, like on my own, I guess. So some more of the code. Fixed up employee list. So it's all good. See, was another one. Actions, employee actions. Oh, was I just on that one? I think I was. Sorry, the other one. All right. Well, I'll have my Expo up at the end of this video to show you the app on my phone.
Alright, so here's the login form. I've got an incorrect login and I get authentication failed. So when I put in the proper login, it takes me to the employee form. I'm getting 2 errors for the same thing for setting a timer. I figured I would go over that in class tomorrow because it's kind of confusing me. And then when I hit the add screen, I get can't find variable actions. So after I submit the video, I'll debug this. But yeah, everything else is working fine. And when I would add before, it adds to the database. So, all right, see you tomorrow.